Am I the only one who feels like we are being gaslit? We, the American people, we're just being gaslit day in, day out to the point now our nerves are just shut. Like we are so shut and we're acting out and we don't even know that's why we're acting out, but that's what it is. And there's a list and I'll go through the list. I just feel like we're in a time now where we are told not to believe what we see or what we hear. What we see with our eyes, what we hear with our ears, we're told not to believe that. And we're given a whole different set of facts to believe. And then when we believe that, down the road, we're told, well, why would you believe that? And you're like, well, you told me not. Let's start with the job numbers. When the job numbers came out for May, June, July, I was like, this isn't making sense because we've been hearing of layoffs. We hear of all the stories on social media of layoffs, of people looking for jobs for months and months and not finding any. It's taking months to find jobs, entry level jobs. And we've even heard from credible sources, articles online from credible sites about ghost listings. We heard of all these things, and yet the job numbers come through and it shows all these jobs are being added. And I'm like, where? What sector? Because so far, what we've been hearing is how companies are sitting still and not hiring. I thought, okay, well, you know what? I'm not an expert. Maybe the social media algorithm is sending me the same stories over and over, and I'm here living in my bubble. And now the numbers are revised. And I'm going, well, these numbers make sense to me because that's what we're seeing and hearing. And then we're told, no, no, no. The person in charge of those numbers is not giving us facts. She's working against the president because she doesn't like the president. And I'm going, but wait, a few months ago, over the last 2 or 3 months, when she gave us high numbers, you said that was cool. You said those were valid numbers. Now you're telling me, so what? Oh, let's talk about these deals we're making because this is a financial channel. I'm focused on just the finance part of this whole thing. All right, as an American, you're like, yes, we're rooting for the country. You know what? No more taking advantage of the country. Yes, this is good. If you're going to play in this market, you have to pay for it. Oh, wait, hold on. You're not paying for it. I'm paying for it? What? 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 Right? You go in. The headline: we finally made a deal with Japan, with EU, yeah, with England, yeah. We're waiting on Canada. We're doing deals, right? And you want to clap for all this, and yeah, go. Wait, what am I clapping for? What is going to cost me? What is it costing you? It's costing me. What? Gaslighting. And there's still not an acknowledgement of the gaslighting. Ooh, that's a part that is annoying. It's like you're gaslighting me, and yet, listen. If I say gaslighting one more time, but it feels like you are slapping me and not even acknowledging the pain that I feel. Like what? What is happening? And then let's talk about this recession talk. We've been talking about recession since 2020. I mean, 2020, when the panoramic was happening, unemployment rates were super high. There was credible evidence, there was credible data that the recession was going to happen. Still hasn't happened year after year. And every single person, every single expert that talks about recession has data to prove it. I mean, we're talking graphs, we're talking angles, we're talking the parameter, we're talking parabola, we're talking inverted triangle, inverted triangle. We have data to prove that the recession is about to hit. Get your things in order, get your ducks in a row, is going down. It's not happening. It's been 5 years. It's not. If I see Ray Diallo one more time, and listen, I have nothing against the guy. It's just I have watched him over and over in different podcasts, different interview, and there's another bank CEO. I've watched them, and the guy knows his stuff, and he has his data to back it. And I agree with him, but it's not happening. But here's the funny part: even though it's not happening, and it hasn't happened for 5 years, you know, you know it's about to happen. It's like you can feel it. You can feel it's about because there's signals and they have data, right? They have data, they're the experts, but even you layman, your eyes and your ears, you see what you're seeing, you hear what you're hearing, and you know, oh, it's going to happen anytime. It's like a rainstorm, a thunderstorm, right? Even if the weatherman doesn't say, you don't even have to check your phone. You just look at the clouds, and the clouds are showing you, oh, it's about to pour down, right? You don't know when, but you know, oh, it's going to rain today. It's about to really pour. And you can tell if this is just rain or this is thunderstorm. That's how it feels. It's like we've been talking about recession for 5 years. It hasn't happened, but you know, it's in the air. It's in the air. The data of yesteryears that people like Ray Diallo and all the experts are using and telling us when this graph invents triangle 20 times in a row, 5 times -1 in a row, then it's a recession. Well, we don't see that happening. Yes, their data is right, and under normal circumstances, that's what should happen. But it's no longer normal circumstances. This is the new circumstances we're living in. And so this new data set will come in handy for the future, but not us. And with that in mind, you know, you can feel it. You can feel the recession in the air. But in the meantime, you better not take your money out of the stock market because the stock market is a whole new data set going on, right? Because everyone, where else would you put your money? So everyone is still buying and everyone is so ready to make money that when there's a dip in the stock market, just a little dip, we all jump in there because we all want to buy at a discount. So you can't even use the stock market to predict anything. The stock market is its own entity. Like it's its own thing now. That's my feeling. So you know something is coming down the pipeline. We just don't know when. But we know when it does happen, it's going to be big. And so if you're not prepared, oh, then it's going to hurt, right? It's going to hurt real bad because you knew it was coming and you had time to prepare, but you didn't. And now, like we say, you cut unawares. Can I call it gaslighting? It's not. It's just your nerves are shot because you're in constant prepared mode for this thing that is possibly going to happen that you know will happen. You just don't know when, but you know we are ripe and due for it to happen. And then, even if you do what I advise to do all the time, which is focus on what you can control, you and your household, that's all you can control. So focus on that. Turn out the noise of the outside. You can't even do that because here comes another headline, a shocking headline, and it breaks through everything. It's on every platform, it's on every news, it's another shocking headline to shock your nerves. When I tell you our nerves are so shot, we don't even like we're acting out because we are constantly like those buttons are being pressed constantly and we're like constantly you know, and then when you even focus on you and the things you can control, you realize nothing has really gotten better for the average American so far. It now costs us more, right? Because if you look at the difference so far, we've just had higher cost of living. You know, we're about to start back to school shopping. That's going to cost more. And the quality of those clothes, you know, no matter where you buy your leggings, those knees are going to wear out. They're going to get the clothes will get dingy in a few after a few washes, regardless of the cycle, regardless of the laundry soap, it will get dingy because the quality of the material is not, you know, things are going to cost us more. They're already costing us more. So even within what you can control, your nerves are shot because it's only getting worse in terms of your paycheck is not increasing and you better sit your butt down at that job because there's already unemployment, like no one is hiring. But at the same time, things are costing more. So the budget you had 2 months ago, oh, that's not going to work this month. I don't know what I'm going to call this video. It's not a rant. It's not. It's really just there's no two ways about it. There's nothing to say other than we're all in this. We all feel it. We all see. Like I see you. I feel you. I know. I know. And it makes no sense. It really makes there is no sense in all of this. There really isn't. I'll keep us all in prayer. We keep praying for the best. Kumbaya, wusa, whatever you need to do, I'm on my knees. That's what I'm doing. I'm on my knees and abiding in peace. All right, people. Ooh, that was loud. My bad. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. I hope you come back. Bye.